Hi guys, welcome back on board to the Crypto Cruise. It's me, Chris, and today we're going to talk about Polygon, previously known as Matic, what Polygon is all about, what makes it unique. We're going to talk some chart analysis, potential price target, where Polygon is heading in the immediate short term. Of course, we're also going to talk about Ethereum. And today's show, we're going to start with the Bitcoin chart, as we always do. And as I've said, since the flash crash that happened a few days ago on 10th of October 2025, basically from price of around 123,000, we dropped all the way to 102,000. I mean, in a matter of minutes. And right now, we basically, in my personal opinion, of course, anything I say in this video, it is not a financial advice. It's for pure entertainment purposes. And before you do anything, do due diligence and make your own research. Because, as I've said, this is not a financial advice. I think we are carving up the bottom for continuation of the trend on the upside. In my personal opinion, the bottom is in, and I'm anticipating higher prices. Now, I've said, if you've been following my channel in my previous videos, this is a V-shaped recovery. So once we start hitting price of above 114,000, in my personal opinion, we quickly go in a matter of days to its previous all-time high, a price of around 124, 125,000. With that, Ethereum is gonna catapult to its all-time high, and it's gonna bring the whole altcoin season. It's gonna bring the rest of the alts with it on the upside. Now, let's see how I think it's gonna play out, but I think everything is aligning for a massive upside momentum for a blow off top. As I've said, a V-shaped recovery and to start hitting all-time high prices. Potentially, it can happen early November. All-time high price of above 126,000 when it comes to Bitcoin. And I've told you guys, corrections like these, they're actually for buying, and they're actually healthy for the overall trend, because we have to establish one thing: we're in a raging bull market when it comes to Bitcoin. The bottom of the bear market happened in November of 2022 at price of around 15,000. At the time of recording this video, Bitcoin is above 110,000, $110,500 to be exact. So we have to, 7-8x from the bottom. A lot of people are calling for a bear market. A lot of people are saying this is a double top formation, and from now on we're gonna see nothing but lower prices. I don't see that. In my personal opinion, the bull market is not over yet, and the true speculation of the altcoin season will happen in the next coming weeks. And of course, we're gonna see higher prices when it comes to Bitcoin, and corrections like this, as I've said, they're actually for buying, because we're in a raging bull market. Now, when it comes to Ethereum, I see nothing but bullish momentum as well. I see reverse head and shoulders. I see ascending triangle patterns. I see nothing but bullish structure after bullish structure. Especially here, this huge ascending triangle pattern that we've been forming from 11th of March 2024 all the way to last month, that we broke above it actually. And it's a picture perfect ascending triangle pattern. If we measure it from the bottom to the top, the price target should be above 6,600. When exactly it's going to happen? I don't have a magic ball. I can't predict the future, but potentially it can happen November, December of this year. One final shake off and a blow off top by March, April of next year. Potentially Ethereum can even end up to $10,000. Again, guys, we broke above this resistance line that we've tested multiple times in the past, starting from its previous all-time high, 8th of November 2021, a price of around 4,868. We tested it again here in March of 2024. We tested it again in June of 2024. We even tested it at the end of last year at price of above 4,000. While everyone was expecting for Ethereum to start hitting all-time high prices just the way Bitcoin did, because that's when Bitcoin broke above and we started hitting prices of above 70 and 80,000. Ethereum actually capitulated from basically 4,100. We dropped all the way to 1,200 in a straight down line. And what happened next? A V-shaped recovery. I call that. We hit all-time high when it comes to Ethereum at prices just slightly below 5,000. Right now we're just consolidating, correcting from its previous all-time high for continuation of the trend on the upside. As I've said, I'm anticipating way higher prices, first to 6,600, and then potentially even to 5 digits. $10,000 is not completely out of the picture. I think that's really reasonable, and let's see how I think it's going to play out. Now, when it comes to Polygon, there's a lot of bearish momentum. There's a lot of negative sentiment, a lot bears are just calling for Polygon. Basically, it's a dead coin. They say this is a dead project, and it might be true. And I have to repeat myself. Anything I say in this video, it is not a financial advice. It's for pure entertainment purposes. And before you do anything, do due diligence and make your own research. Because, as I've said, this is not a financial advice. And a lot of you, they don't believe in Polygon, right? So we have to establish that thing. Now, the true speculation of the altcoin season hasn't happened yet, okay? So we just have to look what happened previously, the previous database of Polygon. Let's just see what happened previously from 2020 2021 bull cycle. Basically, Polygon was one cent. It was 1 cent, and it wasn't far away. It was like end of December was still 1 cent, right? Even in early January, I mean, end of December we were around 1 cent. Just a few months later, we went to price of around $3, around 300x. Am I saying that Polygon can go 300x? At the time of recording this video, one Polygon is around 20 cents. No, definitely not. But is it possible to go 10x to $2, and then potentially, if we have a full price discovery and I mean basically hit all-time high price, we broke above it, and we have a full price discovery, as I've said, potentially Polygon can even go to $10. That's 50x from here, right? But that's still quite huge, especially right now. Everyone is writing off that coin, but before you know it, something huge can happen. And of course, Polygon can easily go to zero as well. You have to, you have to understand that nothing in these markets are guaranteed. I mean, at the end of the day, anything can happen. Like tomorrow, it can explode a huge war. It can happen another disease or something, and this whole chart analysis can end up absolutely destroyed. But so far, it's so good. So I'm anticipating way higher prices for Polygon, and I'm actually anticipating for Polygon to outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum, not in the long term, but in the short term, in the next 4 to 6 months. Once the true speculation, as I've said, the altcoin season happen, I'm anticipating Polygon to outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's see how I think it's going to play out. But what I'd like to see for Polygon, for me to remain bullish, is basically go and test this resistance line. Take out this local top that we formed at the end of last year, a price of above 66 cents. So potentially from 20 cents, if we go and start recovering and take out this local top, as I've said, and start breaking above this 85-90 cent resistance, turn this previous resistance into support that we've tested twice before in February of 2023, price of around $1.60. And then we tested it in March of 2024, price of around $1.25. So potentially if Polygon goes above 85, 86 cents, potentially comes back, turn this previous resistance into support. From 85, 90 cents, I'm anticipating Polygon to quickly go to its all-time high. From that moment on, we have to see if we're gonna be able to break above this $3 level. And if we go above $3 level and we have a full price discovery, as I've said, is it so ridiculous to think from $3 to go to $10, 3x from its previous all-time high? No, this happens just like that. We just have to look what happened previously, the previous bull cycles. Layer 1s usually tend to outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum, and such as like Terra Luna, Cardano, BNB, Solana, to name a few, they went absolutely ballistic, and especially Polygon, that coin as well. But can easily go to zero, so always do diligence and don't risk money that you can't afford to lose. Once again, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate all support. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please do it. It's for absolutely free. And if you want to subscribe to my Patreon and really support my work, that would be absolutely amazing. With that subscription comes a lot of exclusive content with the most undervalued, underappreciated coins, some of their 50-100x potential, my 2 books of how to become a sophisticated trader, and of course one-on-one consultation of helping you how to navigate through that really difficult bull cycle. Not only that, but I think if you subscribe to my Patreon, there's going to be a lot of valuable content that you can actually enjoy. Once again, guys, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.